What is going on, guys? It is me, ESH Models here, back with another video. Today what we're going to be doing is discussing the possibility of LEGO reviews on this channel. Now, it's not going to be much of a discussion because I'm doing it regardless of what you guys say. First of all, the mission on screen, as you can see, is called Cliffhanger, one of my favorite missions in Modern Warfare 2. Our boy Soap McTavish there is ready to rock. We're going to be looking at my personal LEGO collection because me personally, I wouldn't take like reviews or advice from somebody who doesn't know a lot about what they're doing, right? Like you wouldn't take food reviews from a guy who does nothing but eat at a gas station. That's not exactly the best, source of information. So I thought that just to, get my foot in the door and show you guys that I kind of know what I'm talking about, I've put my whole LEGO collection into one little video. And so as you can see, I've got a Millennium Falcon here, one of the older ones. The Tantive boarding back there is the Armored Marauder, next to that the Coruscant gunship. We've got some of the MIDI scales, the Executor, the Home One, ATTE, Sentinel Landing Craft, X-Wing, 20 and 25th anniversary minifigures. This isn't a Star Wars one, but I just like it. It's the Endurance, is that ship that went missing. Next to that, Amelia Earhart's plane. One of my favorite sets in my collection, the 2005 ARC 170, U-Wing Microfighter, AT-AT obviously, and then the Ghost, one of the newer ones. Great set. Up here we can see some of my older minifigures that I've put in the display case. Moving down and to the left to the first little display cubicle here, we have the Jango Fett Slave 1. Next to that I have my Clone Army, so they're Jedi back there, a couple of one-offs on either side. Next to that, we've got most of the Jedi Interceptors and Starships, both Obi-Wan and Anakin's. Got a bunch of clone vehicles, different stuff from battle packs. Over here, we've got the Droid Army, Hyena Bomber in the back, Grievous up front, and everything else in between. We've got a clone hover tank and the Jedi Bob Starfighter, which is kind of goofy, but I like it. Down here is the Invisible Hand and Grievous's starship. Next to that is the Mandalorian Starfighter, the newer one with Bo-Katan and Gar Saxon. Next to that is the buildable Droideka, definitely a good set. Shout out to my cousin, he hates those things. Up here we have a TIE Interceptor on a little winter base. You can see a snowtrooper on a sled there. Got all my Imperial figures, Rebel figures, Bounty Hunters, you name it. The Duel on Peridia here, mainly bought it for the minifigs, but it still looks pretty cool. The older kind of TIE Fighter with the larger canopy. This one's a newer set, the Sarlacc Pit. I just kind of like the boba that comes with it. Speaking of boba, we have the original Slave 1 up there. Down here we have a TIE Bomber, which is also a pretty cool set. We have the 1999 Snowspeeder next to an A-Wing. And then we have the Hoth AT-ST. So overall, a decent sized collection. Here's a nice little pan out of it so you can see everything on my little display case there. So there are some things that I didn't include in the video because they're in another room or somewhere else in the room. For instance, my Venator is out there in the living room along with my Captain Rex helmet, my space shuttle, as well as my Star Destroyer is over here on my desk area right now. And then another thing, I might have gone too fast on the minifigs, so I'm going to leave those up on screen here for a little bit, let you take a closer look at them. Overall, decent sized collection. I've been at it for a while. Went through the standard, I collected it as a kid, but as I grew up, it kind of became, a little taboo to play with Legos according to my family, but after a while, after I started getting adult money, I start getting back into the hobby and collecting a bunch. Now I have a problem. It's real bad. Anyway, besides that, we're going to make a little top 3 list here of sets in my collection. Obviously, in the number 3 spot, I love my Venator. I love it enough to spend the outrageous amount of money on it. Secondly, I really like my ARC 170. I don't know, I just like the look of them. They look really cool with those little side wing things. And then my favorite is my Jango Slave 1. The minifigure that comes with it is awesome, also very expensive. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what I got, so when I go into making LEGO reviews, you know that I'm just not talking out of my ass and making a bunch of stuff up. That's really about it. The Lego reviews are going to be in order from like 1999 moving upward, because I have a pretty wide variety of sets. So we're going to do the reviews in order of like when the set was released, not exactly in the same year, but just year by year we're going to do the sets, and I think it'll be pretty fun. Don't worry, the Warhammer content will not stop. It'll just be, a separate little endeavor. But yeah, that's really about all I gotta say, man. Deuces.